Alright, so if I'm allowed to do this on my turn, I'm going to cast, with the 3 green mana I have from this thing, I'm going to cast God Eternal Ruinous. When it enters the battlefield, it'll double each creature. Double each creature's power till end of turn, and give him Vigilance. That's going to happen twice, because I have Volo. And then a third time, thanks to Panharmonicon. So, at very least, with just those cards, my 1/1s become 2/2s, then 4/4s, then 8/8s. So I have 8/8 mirror tokens. Then, I'm going to untap 2 lands with my 2 Kiora's Followers. And I'm going to cast, with exactly 10 mana, Rite of Replication, targeting God Eternal Ruinous, which will make me 5 copies of God Eternal Ruinous, which will enter the battlefield and each trigger Panharmonicon twice, making me 10 doubling triggers for my 8/8s. So at the very least, my mirror tokens, my 1/1s, my lowest power creatures, will be enough to one-shot a player like 5 times. I just mana drained a board wipe my last turn, so here's hoping that neither of these two have anything to do with my creatures as well, because I can't wait for my turn. I hope Kingslayer does not have a counterspell. If he does, I can respond to it with Arcane Denial. Just need to make sure I have 2 mana open when I do it. Okay. It's like the most hilarious way to win if I'm allowed to do it. Provided this Ostius guy with 84 cards in hand doesn't just combo off to win. He revealed all lands though, so I don't know what the goal was with his deck. I guess he's just gonna try and cast Labman and draw his deck. We'll see. If he doesn't win next turn, I'm going to go out in amazing style. God Eternal Ruinous. Such an underrated card. So good. Who cares if you don't get to keep the other ones? You still get the trigger. They still enter the battlefield. It's a 5 mana better Craterhoof Behemoth. I mean, it doesn't give trample, so it's not better. But I mean, if you go wide enough, I mean, depending on how many triggers you can get, each one's going to one-shot an opponent. So at a certain point, it's like, who cares if it doesn't have trample? They have enough creatures, it doesn't matter. They're not going to have enough to block. And that one mirror token that's a 400-something will kill a player. I'm probably going to break MTGO. But we'll see what happens. If I had more mana, I would cast God Eternal Ruinous, double everything. Then I would cast Spark Double, and then I'd Rite of Replication the Spark Doubled copy of Ruinous. So I get to keep all the Ruinuses too. But that's just a win more. To keep Arcane Denial up, I'm probably going to have to Spark Double Ruinous for the trigger. Because if I cast Rite of Replication after Eternal Ruinous, I'm not going to have any mana left up. I have just enough to cast both. So I need to leave up interaction. I can draw most of my deck too. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 creatures. I can cast Shamanic Revelation after making them all huge. Gain a ungodly amount of life. And then draw 27 cards. Oh, cool. He's going to make a shitload of 1/1s. Cool. And then into Concordant Crossroads. Unless he broke the game. He might have. I wonder what... He has to have like a massive haste enabler in his deck somewhere. I'm betting it's Concordant Crossroads. He only has lands in his deck, so it has to be in his hand. Okay. I'm gonna have to Shamanic Revelation, I think, this turn. The game is freaking out with all these creatures. Oh, I have 5 mana actually, so I can do all of it, I think. The game's having a heart attack after the last play. Okay, so we'll do this first. And actually, I can get more with Harrow. So let's do that. I'm going to cast Harrow with that. I'm going to sack the blue then. Okay. I guess we'll start it off by casting Ronus. Right? Yeah. 2, 3. I might draw into a Trample Enabler too, though, so we'll see what happens. Okay, they're all big. Actually, getting a Cyclonic Rift would be really good too. I could kill everyone. So actually, drawing cards is extremely important right now. I will keep the original. Like I had enough. Let's see. Cast this first. Mana Vault. Junk Winder. That's an interesting one. Actually, that does it. Okay, so cast Junk Winder. I think that gets me there. I tap down everyone's shit now. Because I can just second harvest. Yeah, I think that's game. And I still have tons of mana open for counter spells if I need them. Start tapping down your shit. Not drawn it yet. Cyclonic Rift just ends the game right now. Yeah, I guess we'll just second harvest. We'll tap Mana Ball for this so I can keep the colored, just in case. Alright, that should be good. Unbounded Loop. It's not an Unbounded Loop. What? Fuck you, MTGO. I won that game. Are you kidding me? Alright, I'm going to call that a win because I was going to tap all their shit down, swing for, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of damage. Because I had plenty of mana to make more copies of Ronus to double and double and double. So that was a win. I don't care what MTGO says. MTGO is breaking left and right. I won that game.